Congratulations to us. The house is now officially ours. So, yes.
Ghoulies. They'll get you in the end.
It's ours.
Is it?
Yes.
Huzzah!
We're sure now, 100% certain it's ours. It's paid for, it's insured, all the stuff's gone through. Yes.
Great. Next is property management.
Yeah.
This involves us looking at toilet configuration, repairs,
Renovations.
maybe a car.
You would have seen from previous episodes the process that we've gone through for settlement. So that is now finalised. Paperwork lodged with the judicial scrivener has gone through. The money's been paid. The property transfer is in process at the moment. The tax balance has been paid. We've finalised the insurance. It's all done and dusted.
So we had a call jacked up with Rio and his team.
Sorry.
We had a call
Jacked up?
scheduled. It's doing 20 clicks. And I jacked up the call.
I jacked it.
We had a call booked with Rio and his team Thursday, just gone. It was a really important call, wasn't it?
It was. This is setting the scene for the next stage, which is moving into them managing the property for us. Obviously, that's not us at the moment, so we need someone there on our behalf to be that person. That's where Rio and his team step in. They're going to be organising the utility connections for us, sorting out paying the bills as they come in. When we're moving into the renovation and repair stage, they will be organising quotes, liaising with local tradespeople who, again, may not be accustomed to dealing with foreigners for these sorts of things.
So what is property management actually going to cost us? Well, in the first year, if we're just running the property for a holiday stay for ourselves, we're roughly looking at 200,000 yen per annum. If we then transition into a short-term rental scenario, that annual fee drops down to 130,000 yen per annum. However, ish. And then you're looking at roughly 20% of the fixed rate for the stay. And that doesn't include other things like cleaning and rubbish removal.
Yeah.
Optionally, that fee doesn't cover setting up the internet. We have to obviously source that either through them for a fee, or we can do that separately. And there are actually some satellite providers which look pretty interesting for us and maybe easy to set up on the outside.
Yeah.
Bottom line is the annual fee, roughly the 200K or the 130, is really for someone based in Japan who's local, who can be contacted, and somebody that the neighbours could reach out to if need be.
Yeah. Our representative in Japan, so to speak.
Sounds fancy.
It does sound fancy.
Ooh.
To coordinate renovations for us, we're looking at approximately a 10% fee for each project. The minimum for a small job would be the equivalent to just over 100 Australian dollars. And again, that doesn't include things like cleaning, so we'd need to source that separately. But essentially, that's the fee that we will pay for someone to be able to coordinate those repairs and renovations for us. Given that a lot of tradespeople in these smaller areas, as we've just bought into, not used to dealing with foreigners and may not have very strong English as well. So worth it from that perspective to be able to have someone there to do that for us.
Well, I think the value add is that you get a team where they can coordinate a video call via their version of WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And we can then have a three-way where we've got the contractor, we've got our translator and us, and we can share the vision.
Yeah, we still have to approve the quotes. So they won't actually make a decision on our behalf. They will contact 2, 3, 4 local tradespeople, get quotes submitted, and then they'll put them to us. We get to make the final decision on what's going to happen there.
It's not a project manager in the full sense of the word.
No.
It's really a translator and a quote gatherer.
Yeah. One of the first things we're going to get the team to start working on is the toilet reconfiguration. At the moment, you may recall the layout of the house has a Western style toilet and a small room next to it with an older traditional Japanese style toilet. That one has been disconnected. It's not in use anymore. They're using it as a storage room when we saw the photos. What we want to do is to actually combine those two rooms into one so that we've got one toilet room, Western style toilet with a bidet and a heated seat because, you know, we're fancy. Have its own basin in there, redo the whole room, make it a bit bigger. That's...
Exactly. But how do we communicate that to the team?
Yeah. So now having this line group that they've set up, which again, similar to WhatsApp, disclosure, I still don't know how to use WhatsApp properly. So this is going to be another learning curve for me, but yay. Through that group, we can share information with not only our property management team, but the tradespeople that we nominate to go with. So essentially what we can do is upload the images to that group in place of, I guess, what you'd call concept sketches, wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Like if we're using the power of good old AI to say, okay, design this, and here's the concept image of what we want this to look like. We can actually upload that into the group, and then everybody's got a really good idea of what we want this to look like. And more importantly, they can let us know whether or not it's feasible. If they come back and say, actually, load-bearing wall, you can't take that down, okay, cool, back to the drawing board, we'll go with something else. But
and importantly, if we want to say, well, our budget is X, and they say, well, what you've got here would cost Y, we can go, okay, well, what can we do that can look like this for the budget that we have?
Yeah, rein us back in a little bit.
Know, I'm looking forward to that.
I think that's going to be really handy. Yeah.
So setting up actually the fee for the Minbaku licenses are roughly around 2,500.
2,200, yeah.
And then that's to launch it, to kick it off.
That's the kick-off,
And then when you complete it, it's another 2,500.
It's another 2,500, yeah.
So you don't go into this lightly, just thinking you're going to just spring it on them and get it done pretty quickly and cheaply. So it is a real investment. So that was something that I didn't know.
Another thing that's become important, I did listen to a podcast yesterday talking about different requirements for Airbnb in Japan and potential changing regulations, things like that. And one of the things that they mentioned was I think it was the health department will come in and do an inspection as part of the Minbaku license process. And for that, they need to see that we've got sufficient amenities for guests, we've got sleeping facilities, modern-ish bathroom, toilet, kitchen, all those sorts of things. So as part of that, it's a good idea to start actually working on some of these renovations early so that when we get to the point where they want to come in and do the inspections, we're all good to go.
Yeah. We didn't really know the detail.
No.
We knew it wasn't easy. Originally, we were just looking at where is a location where we could have an Airbnb. The actual machinations behind it are now becoming apparent because now's the right time to look into it.
That's right. Now we're into the specifics. It's like, well, we've got it now, and what do we need to do to make that happen? So learning curve.
It turns out a shitload. And it's not cheap, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Part of the journey.
The first thing I think that's going to happen is someone will go out there for us, getting some photos inside the property right now so that we can see what we're dealing with. At this point, we don't know what's been left behind. We know that there were some things the previous owner was going to leave for us, like white goods in good condition, things like that, but we actually don't know what's still in the house. So that's a pretty important one at this point, just so that we know what's our starting point and what do we need to deal with there. We may have to organise some rubbish removal, things like that, before we can start anything.
Coordinating at the same time as the renovations is obviously the key repairs that we need to do as well. So the top 4 repairs that we're focusing on straight away with the team to get quotes for will be our termites, crack in the kitchen floor, downpipe, and lockbox, I think, at this stage.
Yep.
The
front door as well. Did you say front door lock?
No, so front door lock as well, which could be a front door, but we'll see what they come back with. None of these are optional. If we want guests in this place, they 100% have to be done.
Yep.
A real nice to have is the car. I've been doing a little bit more digging on this, and the call with the team and Rio sort of reset my expectations in terms of what I should be doing, which is focusing on the repairs, not necessarily an 18 van or K car that looks like an 18 van.
Beautiful, BA.
I've been thinking about having a vehicle sourced. You laugh. Jenny thinks it's funny because I'm looking at all sorts of cars
He
already.
keeps talking about a K truck, and I said no.
Yes, K-truck.
K-truck is a little, K-car is really popular.
Yeah. So I'll park that, pun intended, until we're on the ground in October/November, and then we'll be able to do some research in the local area. 2 trips to Yamagata are planned, on paper at least at
On
this
paper,
stage.
yes.
So that'll be one in October/November. Again, from the call with Rio, part of that management and engagement fee goes beyond just property management.
Yes.
It includes actually going home and talking about
Meeting the neighbours. I'm super excited.
fun. I think it's going to be lots of fun. So we talked about it before about meeting the street boss and understanding some of the obligations that are required of us. So
Yep.
we'll definitely be doing that in our first visit.
And taking some treats.
Absolutely.
I need to put together little, thank you bags for all of them. I'm thinking some Tim Tams.
I wonder if anyone
maybe
else
some
can put
mint
up some
chocolate.
suggestions.
Yeah,
as to what
anything
you've
that
done
you
in the
think
past.
would be a good omiyagi type bag to take to the neighbours as a, thank you for having us kind of dealio. Need to improve my Japanese a little bit before then. It's getting better. I am on a language learning journey. I'll talk about that separately in another whole video. Slow process, very difficult language to learn. Getting there. And
You're doing a lot better than I am. I'm still doing my Duolingo every day, but it's very basic and very slow, honestly.
it's a challenge,
It's
but
not great.
I can recognise characters now.
I did recognise
You did.
Hon.
So that was good.
Oh, nice. We'd just like to say a very big thank you to those that have been following our journey to date. Every comment, every like, every reach out, every view hour is just a real big motivator
Yep.
for us to keep doing this. We both work full time. We both do many other things.
Many things.
That means that doing these videos means a bit of a sacrifice, but we love doing it. But we just wanted to do a shout out and a welcome to those who have just joined us on the journey. If you want to go back and see where we started and have a bit of a laugh at our production values,
Oh, don't go back too far.
go for it.
Some of them are.
Avoid the
bit sketchy.
podcasts. Oh, they're pretty sketchy indeed. But
Everyone starts somewhere.
they do, yeah.
Yeah.
So we've really seen a bit of an uptake in viewership recently. So we'd just like to say thank you.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
What's up? Just wanted to give you a bit of a tease for the next episode, which is us deep diving, is that a word?
No.
Into the Yamagata region, which we've bought into,
Exploring.
but never been there physically.
Yeah.
So we feel that we owe it to the region and ourselves to understand a little bit more about what's actually in the town, besides what everyone knows, which
Yeah.
is maybe Zao, onsen, and skiing. So what else is there? So our next episode will be deep diving into that region, what we didn't know, what we definitely have to go and get involved with or go and see.
Yeah.
If you've been to the region already, let us know. We'd love to focus in on what you may be interested or what are some of the must-see things.
All recommendations welcome.
Absolutely.
We might even do a bit of a Google Street View tour around the local town and see what we can find as well. Because looking on the map, I can see a number of soba noodle shops and little restaurants and cafes and things like that.
Oh,
so it'd be really cool to have a look at some of
local
those.
coffee.
Yeah, we need to find a good coffee shop because priorities.
Yeah.
Yep.
Brilliant. All right. Thanks again for watching. Catch you next time.